What is up, Overwatch Odyssey League fans and friends? It is Zoran on the mic, welcoming you back for the start of the Overwatch Odyssey League Season 2. We're doing things a little bit different here. We are doing a Swiss style, so we've got Group A here tonight. We've got a powerhouse matchup between the Lootboxers and the UWYO Cowboys. Both of these teams returning from previous seasons, and I'm excited to see both of these teams return. Also new to the Odyssey League that we haven't done before, we are doing map bans along with map selection. So the Cowboys have opted to ban Nepal, and the Lootboxers have chosen Lijiang Tower to be the first map. So that's just coming along with the home and away teams, and then essentially it's loser pick from there. But we are going to confirm that teams are ready and get things packed up and ready for you to get the action started. Alrighty, we are going into map 1, Lijiang Tower control game mode. Looking at these two teams, we have got some new players. Looks like Hockey Pizza Man playing tank for the Lootboxers. We have got Squid returning for DPS. We have got Guard, who would return from Fall Tourney. And we have got Dream Suite and Arrow on support. On the side of the Cowboys, we have got Violet Dart, Toothpick, Foxtrot, Ballistic, and Lazy Ghost. So a lot of familiar faces, if not all familiar faces, from previous seasons. So we're excited to see what those players can bring to the table. Looking at Lootboxers, seeing some new faces. I know they've put a lot of work into their compositions and their team as well, really fine-tuning what they can do, so I'm excited to see what they bring. Looks like they are going to be starting with maybe a Malga comp. It looks like they're kind of doing what we've seen a lot in the OWCS with that Hazard, but it looks like we will not be seeing that right now. As for the Cowboys, looking like a Ramatra play style, and Foxtrot sticking with that Soj, excited to see that. Things underway. Looks like Cowboys are wanting to TP right onto the point, and they are going to do just that. It looks like the Lootboxers are setting up on the right side here on the outside of the map. Squidstorm immediately getting very low. And Toothpick is going to be the first pick. Guard going down as well. It is still even for both of these teams. Squid poking from the outside is Reaper. Hockey Pizza Man diving in on the supports of the Cowboys, but does go down for it. Ballistic getting traded as well. It is still anyone's control point here. Violet going for it. Squid putting a lot of pressure here on Ballistic. And getting the pick there on Toothpick. Violet are still standing, but is getting very low. Guard able to finish off. And Squid able to finalize getting the elimination there on Ballistic. Cowboys having to regroup, and we are certainly not short of any action right from the get-go as the Lootboxers and Cowboys fight for that control point here on Lijiang Tower. I like the May pick here coming from Toothpick, hoping to isolate Hockey Pizza Man. Hockey Pizza Man is going to get the pick on Foxtrot. Squid getting the pick on Ballistic. And it looks like getting another pick there on Violet Dart. That is a 3K for Squidstorm. And immediately the Lootboxers are showing their dominance right away. Guard having 6 elims, Hockey Pizza Man 7, and Squid with 8. They're going to keep the momentum rolling, hopefully, on the side of the Cowboys. Maybe choosing an alternative route to get the jump here on Lootboxers coming from high ground. Really taking away a lot of the power of Hockey Pizza Man on Malga. Foxtrot making a swap to Cass. And Guard is going to be pulling overclock. We've got Orbital coming down as well from Dream Suite. And the Cowboys are going to be forced to go back. Hockey Pizza Man again just going in there, getting the jump, hoping to finish everything off here. Lazy Ghost stuck out to the side, getting the TP, and able to avoid getting eliminated. Lootboxers regrouping here, but Arrow does go down, and Toothpick is able to get Squid Storm. Hopefully, the Cowboys can roll with this momentum. They're getting another one, Dream Suite, and here's that momentum. The remaining Lootboxers hoping to get out. And that is going to be huge for Wyoming, able to get that stagger. Lootboxers getting all the way up to almost 80%. Cowboys getting their first percentages up here. Looking at alts, we do have High Noon coming in. We've got Beat, we've got Rush for the side of the Cowboys. We do have Blossom, Cage, and Rally, and they are going to go ahead and use the Kitsune Rush. Lootboxers may be able to kite that and get out, and they are able to do that. Comes Hockey Pizza Man, gonna be looking for the cage here. It's gonna get the cage, but is not gonna be able to stop the ult from getting off, but still no value. There is the Death Blossom from Squid Storm. That is a huge combination that we love to see. That cage and Death Blossom is just lethal for the other team. And that's gonna be a huge pick. Toothpick able to finish off Squid Storm. They are going to have to touch. They're going to have to touch now. And they're doing just that. Hockey Pizza Man fighting back. Does get Foxtrot down, trying to isolate Lazy Ghost, but does not. Arrow, they are going to, just go ahead and pull back. Violet Dart really pushing in, hoping to get some stragglers. Unable to do that. Squid getting very low, does not go down, but Guard able to strike back, getting Toothpick down. Looking for Lazy Ghost, and there's going to be Overclock coming from Guard here. Orbital coming from Dream Suite again. Foxtrot looking very low, and there is the elimination there on Foxtrot. And there is another one. Lootboxers able to get that team kill, get that 99 percentage. Overtime has started. Toothpick hoping to get Blizzard off, get on point. Is going to use Blizzard. Gets the freeze, but unfortunately able to do anything with it. Will Cowboys unable to get to the point in time. Great first round for the Lootboxers. Cowboys able to get to 70% though, so not too far away from the progress that they wanted, but just far enough where the Lootboxers were able to capitalize and get the first point. As we're looking at things here, we are now going to be switching to Control Center. I like this one because there's a couple different pathings that you can take going to the objective. That may come in useful for the Cowboys, as they did struggle a little bit on the first map, but you never know what they have up their sleeve. Looks like Hockey Pizza Man is also going to be swapping to, well, he's making a liar out of me. Looks like we're going to see maybe an early TP, maybe Foxtrot switching to Tracer as well. See if we see that. And things underway for round 2. And there's that early positioning, advantageous because of that TP they took from Foxtrot. They're going to try and run Squid down. Unfortunately not able to. Squid able to burrow and get away. That's going to be big. Violet Dart really wanting to push in here. Unable to do so. Guard able to get one. Lazy Ghost able to get one. Foxtrot able to take Arrow down. And it's still threes, but Hockey Pizza Man still standing. That tank can be problematic, but it looks like they are going to. Guard does go down. Anti lands, but the Suzu to cleanse. Foxtrot staying alive, or hoping to. And that's some huge damage from Foxtrot, able to get Hockey Pizza Man down. Arrow very low, does go down as well. Squid Storm being chased by Foxtrot here. Not wanting to fall victim to an environmental elim though. Still taking a very wide corner, does get the elim. Squid staggered a little bit here. Wyoming Cowboys now getting on 30% and increasing. Looks like they're not going to position themselves too far to the choke. Maybe hoping to catch someone here by that mini. And there is the rush coming from the Cowboys, hoping to really dive in there. Foxtrot getting a huge Death Blossom. Unfortunately not able to connect with anyone though. Looked like it had a lot of potential. And the Lootboxers going to answer back here. Guard really pushing in. Violet Dart looking low. Hockey Pizza Man also there to support. And they are going to be able to burn Violet Dart. Foxtrot getting in but fading out. And the Lootboxers able to capture the objective. Cowboys getting all the way to 63%. And it looks like they are going to be taking that very aggressive positioning that I had mentioned earlier, right here by that initial choke, forcing the Cowboys to either take an alternative route or to just try and push right through. And there is the cage coming from Hockey Pizza Man. Do we have a Death Blossom to follow from Guard? It is not going to be needed just enough. They are going to get all 5. That is a big cage from Hockey Pizza Man, setting up the Lootboxers for success there. Great play there. Wyoming regrouping here. They do have Annihilation. They do have Blizzard coming about 50% to that next Death Blossom. A lot going on. There's the Death Blossom coming from Guard. Guard does go down. Squid able to get another 3K. That was a really good hold and a lot of visual madness on the screen here as we saw a beat drop. We saw a lot of things, and here comes the rush coming from the Wyoming Cowboys. There's the counter beat from Wyoming. Just watching all this unfold. 4 go down, and that is going to be all 5. Lootboxers able to get another team kill, holding Wyoming. Foxtrot does get the pick. Are they going to be able to contest here? Looks like Ballistic and Foxtrot on the point. Foxtrot really wanting to pressure. Foxtrot does go down. There is another cage, but Hockey Pizza Man does go down. Violet Dart still in it, along with a lot of the Lootboxers, but Lootboxers able to prevail. That is going to be the control map in favor of the Lootboxers. What a first map to start on. And Lootboxers starting off strong, able to take that first map away. It is going to be 1-0 in favor of the Lootboxers. What a heck of a round. So now we're on the unique position. So unlike last season where we had a predetermined game mode for this round, for Season 2, Wyoming Cowboys, having lost that first map, they will now have the selection of either hybrid or escort game modes. From there, the winner, so the Lootboxers will get to ban a map from those maps, and Cowboys getting to pick the map. So we are going to take just a brief intermission here as the teams are deciding what maps they want to play. Although overall, a very exciting first map. Lootboxers continuing to show that dominance that they had brought into the fall tournament, even with some newer players. So excited to see that. Cowboys struggling maybe just a little bit, but again on the first map able to get to 70, and I believe on the second able to get close to 80. So just really finalizing some things. Maybe it's alt economy that the Lootboxers have maybe managed or fine-tuned a little bit more than the Cowboys, but definitely something we're going to have to keep an eye on as we're going into either hybrid or escort for the second map. Looking to see what the Cowboys have up their sleeve. And with that said, it looks like the Lootboxers are going to ban Rialto, and the Cowboys are going to be selecting Circuit Royale for their next map. So as we're getting things underway here for map 2, just continuing off of what we had talked about a little bit before in terms of what the Cowboys need to do, just looking at how things played out. Again, it could be an alt economy situation that they're dealing with here. It could be really a wide variety of things that the Cowboys have to change. But at the end of the day, it is definitely close and obtainable for the Cowboys, and it'll be exciting to see what they do, what they change, if anything, to try and overcome the Lootboxers here on the second map. Alrighty, we are getting things underway for map 2 of Lootboxers and Cowboys. Lootboxers with a 1-0 lead against the Cowboys here. We will be looking to see, as they have opted, the Lootboxers have opted to defend first. We'll see how the Cowboys handle the defensive stance. We saw a highly offensive composition coming from them on control at Lijiang. Now that we're a circuit, there are a lot of different angles, there are a lot of different places for the Lootboxers to really capitalize on. You do see both Guard and Foxtrot playing Widow, really trying to take control of that high ground, really possess that. It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top. Meanwhile, we do see some very similar comps. Squid playing Hanzo, Toothpick going to be playing Soj. We have Sigma on both sides, while we've got a Xin Bap on the side of the Cowboys and a Bap Iari on the side of the Lootboxers. I'm excited to see how both these teams play out. Foxtrot notoriously known for a solid Widow gameplay. Excited to see that here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Enemy in sight.
Start of the game opening fairly slow. Looks like well, I say that, Squid able to get the first pick, able to get Toothpick, Guard able to take down Foxtrot. That's going to be down to both DPS there for the Cowboys. They are going to have to start backing up. Hockey Pizza Man, man, that sounds, I love that name, but man, that's a mouthful. Really having that spacing down there, having that almost 1v1 against Violet Dart. As we're watching this, there's definitely a really big change of pace in how this is played. Toothpick able to get Hockey Pizza Man down. That is going to be a huge pick starting things off here for the Cowboys. Toothpick able to get that Immort down, getting rid of some of that safety that the Lootboxers would have. But again, going back to the pacing, both teams playing a pretty solid poke comp. Excited to see how that plays out, as we saw a very aggressive play style from both teams on map 1 at Lijiang. Violet Dart going in, Hockey Pizza Man again contesting that space, doing a solid job of just that. Foxtrot looking for another pick, does get picked off by Squid Storm. Nice shot there from Squid. Able to get Toothpick down, Toothpick going down as well. Cowboys looking to regroup here, and the Lootboxers step in just before the payload reaches the checkpoint. Looking at alt here, Squid coming up on Dragon. We do have Gravitic Flux from Hockey Pizza Man. And we've got Window, and coming up on really almost all the team alts. Looks like Squid is going to go ahead and use that Dragon, hoping to get an early pick. Does not quite connect, but Guard able to get Foxtrot down. Cowboys having to go back down even further. However, Lazy Ghost able to answer back, does get that pick on Hockey Pizza Man, allowing a little bit of leeway here for the Cowboys. Foxtrot now switching to Genji. And there's that Window, but it looks like the Cowboys going to try and push just right through. Looks like a unfortunate ult there for the Lootboxers, and they're going to keep backing up. Violet Dart hoping to keep taking that space. Arrow way out of position. Tactical respawn for the side of the Lootboxers. So far, things have looked pretty evenly matched between these two teams, and exactly what I was talking about in the control map. Just a little bit of fine-tuning. It looks like as far as the poke composition, these teams are pretty even. Violet Dart doing a very nice job of taking that space, while the DPS are able to capitalize on that. Being backed by the support as well has been looking very solid so far. And there is the Window for the side of the Cowboys. We'll see if they're able to capitalize on any of that. Guard able to get out of some danger there. Violet Dart does go down. Foxtrot isolated, but maybe not gonna, does not get eliminated. Tranquility is used, but Squid able to start poking here. They do get Lazy Ghost down. Toothpick is there. Ballistic is there as well. Looks like they are gonna try and get a nice stagger. And Squid able to get the stagger there on Ballistic. Cowboys going to have to regroup here a little bit more. Hockey Pizza Man down there again, taking that space. They are maybe going to want to hold that Window there, and that is exactly where Pizza Man's setting up here. Rock from Violet Dart coming in. Gravitic Flux from Violet Dart still on standby. Squid coming up on a Blade. And Squid able to get the deflection kill on Ballistic. Guard able to get Toothpick down. Cowboys now fighting down 2. Lazy Ghost goes down. Violet Dart forced to retreat. And they are going to get the stagger there on Violet Dart. Foxtrot swapping again now to Tracer. Looks like Ballistic is now going to be swapping off of Zenyatta. Away from that poke comp. Still running Violet Dart's SIG, at least for the time being. Maybe hoping to get that Gravitic Flux off, get a lot of value from that. Meanwhile, Guard doing a very excellent job there on Sojourn. Overclock coming from Toothpick. Gravitic Flux coming as well. Rock does not connect, unfortunately, to stop the all. Hockey Pizza Man getting very low. Blade coming from Squid Storm. Able to get nothing yet, but Guard able to get Lazy Ghost down. Guard able to get Violet Dart. Lootboxers still holding strong here. And Squid able to follow up and get that pick there on Toothpick. Violet Dart now swapping to Winton. We are seeing a little bit more of a swap to a dive composition. Gravitic Flux coming up for Pizza Man. It looks like we've got Overclock and some Sunrise coming from Arrow. Able to get Ballistic down. Toothpick going down. Lazy Ghost going down as well. And right here on this corner has proved to be incredibly difficult for the Cowboys. Making those compositional swaps, hoping to really embrace a full dive, apply pressure. Looking at it, their target really trying to maybe force out Dream Suite, but just the way the Lootboxers are stacking so well on top of each other, it's seemingly hard for them to isolate a target here. 20 seconds left. There is going to be the Sun from Arrow. Arrow looking very low. Violet Dart does not allow them to get out. But Guard able to answer with an overclock. And 4 seconds left. That's big from Lazy Ghost. Hockey Pizza Man still fighting there on the point. But does get very low. Hockey Pizza Man does go down. Toothpick there. Are they going to go for that retouch? Looks like they're trying to get one last regroup and then really go in. And there is Squid to contest. Hockey Pizza Man swapping the ball to really make sure they get a solid recontest. There's beat coming from the Cowboys. Overclock being used as well. Blade being used by Squid. Does get Foxtrot down. Going for Lazy Ghost, but the TP. Squid able to get a 3K guard finishing up on Lazy Ghost, and Dream Suite able to get Ballistic. And there is that retouch that I was wondering if we were going to see, and of course we got it, and of course the Lootboxers capitalized, holding the Cowboys just shy of that second checkpoint, making the score 0-1.
Initiating match.
Overall, I'd say that map started pretty evenly, but at the end of the day, really just showing that strength, that defense that the Lootboxers have. It'll be interesting to see if they start with an offensive poke comp like we saw from the Cowboys, or if they will plan to go with a dive just off the rip. Pacing was a little bit different right there on that first point, but it was working for the Cowboys until they started to have to go around those curves there to get to the second checkpoint. That can prove to be very difficult if you can't get your opponents out of position. It'll be interesting to see if they are able to hold them at that same point, or what that looks like. The Cowboys are going to be sticking with that poke comp. Guard maybe playing some Junkrat, still undecided on the side of the Lootboxers here. While we're getting things underway, chat, how's everyone doing this evening? It is good to be back, good to be casting for you all. Hope you're having a good time, and hope you are as excited at this match as I am. Looks like Lootboxers are going to go ahead and start with that dive composition. You see Squid still on the Genji. Hockey Pizza Man is going to be playing Winston here. Love seeing that Soj from guard. Squid able to get 2 Ballistic in. Lazy Ghost going down. Toothpick going down. Foxtrot going down. It's just Violet Dart hoping to get a tactical reset. But Hockey Pizza Man unfortunately jumping off the edge of the map there, trying to get that pick on to Violet Dart. Looks like immediately the Cowboys are going to be swapping some things up. Violet Dart now swapping to Diva. Looks like we are going to be seeing Ballistic and Lazy Ghost doing the, I'd say typical or meta dive support line here, hoping to really shut down the Lootboxers, or specifically Pizza Man, from diving the backline here. Good early pick there coming from Foxtrot. And Foxtrot and Ballistic do go down. Arrow able to get Toothpick as well, but Violet Dart trading, hoping to trade backlines here. But just getting out, Violet Dart is going to do another tactical reset here. Unfortunate for the Cowboys, now with 5 minutes on the clock, the Lootboxers only have a short ways to go just before the start, or just before obtaining the second checkpoint for them. Guard looking very low. Hockey Pizza Man does go down. Guard goes down as well. Violet Dart doing an excellent job of really finishing up there. Dream Suite does go down. Ballistic getting Squid is just Arrow hoping to get out there. Chat, I gotta be honest with you. I've been watching a lot of Frogger lately, and seeing Arrow on that Lucio makes me think of old Steve there. Pizza Man now swapping off the dive, going to a Reinhardt, but still having that speed from Lucio is really big. And just walking in there, Hockey Pizza Man hoping to get a pick, does get Foxtrot. Nano being used there on Violet Dart, Ballistic going down, Squid does get slept in the back line, but does go down. Violet Dart able to return, but Hockey Pizza Man right there. There's going to be the overclock there coming from Toothpick. And there's going to be beat coming from the side of the Lootboxers. Arrow able to get that pick, and that is going to be map 2 for the Lootboxers. Another dominating performance. Well done. Chat, I gotta be honest with you. I'm just really relieved that we got to see Hockey Pizza Man do a full commit on getting Violet Dart there at the end. If nothing else, that was the highlight of that play of the game. Great job there from Guard and the rest of the Lootboxers. Now having the advantage 2-0 going into what could be the third and final map we are going to be seeing, Push. Alrighty, we are back. We are getting ready for what could possibly be the final map, but map 3 nonetheless. We are going to Esperanza per the Cowboys' decision. The Lootboxers did. They are banning Runasapi. No one wants to play the new map apparently. The Lootboxers going into this map 2-0. Again, could be the final map. The Lootboxers continue to show just a dominating performance. Excited to see if they can continue to show up that aggression, or what the rest of this evening will look like if the Cowboys can really turn things around and come through. I have always known the Cowboys to be a very strong team, so I'm excited to see what that could look like, or what the rest of this evening could look like for the Cowboys here. Lootboxers making a substitution, so as fun as it was to say, Hockey Pizza Man looks like Julian is going to be filling in for Tank for the Lootboxers, and immediately we're going to be seeing a ball? And unfortunately, Jolly, we're not going to be seeing a Winston. No more Winton for these teams, it would seem. Going into things, we do see Squid playing Farah. We do know that that pharmacy is something that the Lootboxers like to run. We do see Toothpick on the Venture as well. Foxtrot playing Soj. Foxtrot has always had a very solid Soj as well, but so far the highlight for Soj play has been Guard. But now Guard playing Tracer, Ballistic going down, Lazy Ghost going down, Toothpick looking very low, does go down, but Foxtrot able to get the pick there on Guard, but going down to Julian here. Violet Dart trying to get out, but Julian hoping to say otherwise. But Violet Dart is going to be able to escape to their supports. And that will be the first fight in favor of the Lootboxers, making some solid progress here. With as Pipes, who is unfortunately not with us today, Pipes would be saying, get Timmy those butt scratches, and the Lootboxers are hoping to do just that. Squid able to get the pick there on Lazy Ghost. That damage boost is disgusting, getting Ballistic as well. Toothpick and Violet Dart fighting on the bot, able to get some progress. Foxtrot getting low, making that swap to cast to try and get that hit scan. Squid Storm striking again. And Julian able to finish off Violet Dart there for that final pick. Like I said before, that pharmacy can be lethal, and especially in the hands of Squid at Farah, can be especially dangerous. Violet Dart making that swap to Diva, hoping to shut that down a little bit more. Julian able to get that pick there on Lazy Ghost. And Guard able to finish off the Elam there on Toothpick. Guard able to get Ballistic down. Violet Dart full health, but going down quickly. Squid Storm able to get Lazy Ghost. Foxtrot swapping to Tracer, hoping to get that pick. It is a 1v1 Guard v Foxtrot. That recall not giving a ton of HP, but both teams low. Foxtrot does get unfortunate with the 2v1, but it looks like Violet Dart able to come and finish off both teams. Tracers are down. And there is Valk popped by Dream Sweet. Squid getting very low, but with that pocket, not going to be going down that easily. And Toothpick able to get arrow, but unfortunately diving right into the mines of Julian. Barrage coming from Squid as well. As I'm throwing Dream Sweet's POV up here, you know, I'd like to think that just having that pocket there on Squid You know, playing just some lo-fi chill beats, hoping to not get pressured too much. But going back down to the action, Julian able to get the pick there on Lazy Ghost. Foxtrot getting guard. Toothpick looking very low, getting chased by Squid, does get eliminated. Squid now looking at Violet Dart. And that is going to be a 2K there for 3K for Violet Dart, hoping to just keep on going through. Foxtrot really trying to get any stragglers that could be sitting there, but not. Wyoming now taking away forward spawn, or coming up on taking away forward spawn. Looks like Foxtrot doing some scouting, really able to pick out where the loot boxes are wanting to come from. And Toothpick does go down, does not get anyone, unfortunately, with the pulse bomb. Guard up there fighting, does get picked off by Lazy Ghost. That's going to be a big pick for the Cowboys. Suzu coming out, looking to see when a Kitsune Rush might be used. Violet Dart able to support there. Squid back now, able to get that pick on Ballistic. And the Lootboxers back in control of the robot. And minefield deployed, and Toothpick is going to be using mines here, but Julian does get that first pick there on Lazy Ghost with the mines. Not a whole lot of success there. And Arrow does go down, does get a little ambitious there. Toothpick able to get that elim. Squid using Barrage, does get Foxtrot. And there is beat from the side of the Cowboys. Really trying to apply pressure on Dream Suite. And Guard doing a heck of a job, just continuing to capitalize on anything that Julian is pushing. But Guard very low, using recall out early. Squid able to get the pick on Ballistic. Res allowed from Dream Suite. Mega is going to be grabbed. Pulse coming from Foxtrot, able to get Squid down. Hopefully no res to be allowed. But while all of that is underway, looks like Julian is continuing to dive back in there. Really bumped the loot boxers, or sorry, the Cowboys around. You know, part of ball gameplay is not so much getting picks right away, but just disrupting the other team, making them really look at you. Foxtrot looking very low, does go down. Squid again there, Toothpick. There's going to be 2 from Barrage for Squid. And there is Toothpick going to be using all, not able to get anything, and that is going to be the third and final map. Man, just going back into that and watching that, the pharmacy is lethal in the hands of the loot boxers. And Julian getting in on that first map, getting some action here against the Cowboys. Did not seem to struggle, especially on that ball comp. So excited to see more and more of that from the Lootboxers. Again, it looks like they haven't even stopped anywhere close to where they started from the fall tournament, continuing that dominance. I'm excited to see more and more of that going forward. Until then, so we do have another match that will be on Tuesday, and we will be seeing XL2 Violet going up against Noble Guardians. So XL2 having a couple teams in here, XL2 Violet being one of them against Noble Guardians. We'll see some familiar faces from that team. But excited to see, well, really from both teams, excited to see those two teams match up. That will also be from Group A. So again, just reiterating some things we had said earlier. So we are doing more of a Swiss style now. So Lootboxers and Cowboys being in Group A, as well as XL2 Violet and Noble Guardians. And then we'll see some Group B action later this week. But tomorrow's matchup, again, XL2 Violet versus Noble Guardians. That will be at 8 p.m. EST. Hope to see you there. But until then, congratulations to the Lootboxers for this first match, getting that 3-0 victory against the Cowboys. I know that feels good for them, especially of how strong the Cowboys are. So kudos to the Lootboxers, Cowboys. Definitely some room for improvement, but continue to be that powerhouse team that we know you are. That's all we got for this evening. Thank you all for spectating. Excited to see more and more of this action here in the Overwatch Odyssey League. Until tomorrow, hope you have a good rest of your evening and a good day tomorrow until we see you at 8 p.m. Have a good evening.